YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Back again today with an A&A What's in the Bag on their gear kits. Today's gear kit that we're actually going to tackle is part number 522642, which is the 6-port top feed ball rebuild kit. This is actually going to be what, if you guys actually still have the acrylic balls in good condition, this isn't going to actually come with any T-flaps. So make sure as you guys stay tuned, we're going to dive in and show you guys what comes in this bag. All right, and we're back. So again, today we're going to do a what's in the bag on A&A's gear kit. We have the 6-port rebuild kit for the old acrylic ball style. So if your acrylic balls are still in good condition, this is the gear kit that you'll actually purchase just to replace the actual gears. It does not come with new acrylic balls. It does not come with new flaps to replace the acrylic balls. So this will only be if your actual valve is still in good condition and you guys are just looking to replace the internal. So it is for a top feed. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and pull out the gear kit to begin with. So notorious for a top feed is this higher style gear kit. It has this extra PVC ring that will actually protect the gears. If you have a low profile kit, you're looking at just the gears open here on the plastic. But if you have a top feed, it actually has this additional PVC ring where it actually looks like it's kind of helping hold some of them in, which it's not. Every gear actually has its own retaining ring, which again, we'll have another video in the description below that'll show you guys how to actually physically replace these gears manually if you're just looking to fix the gear kit and you don't need all the extra stuff that comes in this bag. So again, top feed gear kit, pretty standard for both 5 ports and 6 ports on the top feed. The same gear kit will work for both as long as it's a top feed, not a low profile. So next thing we run into is the cam. So notorious for those acrylic balls is this wider style cam. So this is like almost like an egg shape. This is meant to spin underneath the gear kit, attaches underneath, and it will lift up each individual acrylic ball as it spins around. If you do not have the acrylic balls and you have the T-flaps, it is a completely different cam. So this cam will not work. So that's one way to look at whether or not you actually have an acrylic ball gear kit or if you actually have T-flaps, aside from actually looking underneath the gear kit and seeing that, is if you're looking at this cam. So we're going to go ahead and set that off to the side. And then, like all other top feeds, it does have the top feed impeller. The difference between the low profile impellers and the top feed impellers tends to be these fins are much shorter on a top feed compared to being much taller on a low pro. As the water comes in from the side on a low pro, it does need more surface area for that water to hit to spin this efficiently, whereas when the water's coming down from the top, you don't need as much surface area to hit this and spin this efficiently to rotate those gears. So one way to tell whether or not, again, right off the bat, once you take the lid off, you can look at that impeller. If you have the small fins, you know that right off there you have the top feed. If you have the larger ones or a clear lid, you're looking at a low profile. So again, this is just a rebuild kit. It does not come with the flaps or additional acrylic balls. So if the acrylic balls are cracked and they do not work, they're chipped, whatever it may be, you do need to get a different gear kit. It will come with new flaps for you guys to rebuild it. Unfortunately, the acrylic balls are all discontinued. You cannot find them anywhere. And if you do, they probably won't work efficiently for you because they're not going to be the same standard acrylic that they used to use originally in these valves. So again, we'll go back to this. So they give you the nice little goodie bag, which I always like. It's the extras aside from the gear kit, the impeller, and the cam. You get a new center shaft. Every time you're going to replace it, always replace the center shaft. Sometimes with chemical composition or just age, these can rust or almost solidify in your valve. So making sure that you guys replace this every time, make sure that everything works correctly. They do give you a new O-ring for your lid. So it does not come pre-lubed, and don't freak out because they do tend to wrap it around itself multiple times. When you take it out, it will just be one large O-ring for the lid. Make sure you guys use some kind of silicone-based lube to lube it up after you guys install the whole new gear kit, and then put the lid on to make sure everything gets nice and watertight for you. And then the next thing they give you is the anti-friction discs. Every gear kit comes with 2 anti-friction discs. They're going to be different sizes based off the size of your cam. So whether you have a 6-port or 2-port, sometimes they differentiate in size, just to make sure that they don't get in the way of the balls or the flaps on the bottom, as well as that they're large enough in order to make sure that they cover the cam rubbing against the bottom of the valve. So one way to also see what kind of valve you have is look at these anti-friction disc sizes, because they will vary based off of a 5-port, 6-port, 2-port. They're all different sizes for you guys. And then with a top feed, they always give you just one O-ring, or not O-ring, I apologize. They give you one washer. So the one washer is meant to go in between the bottom of the impeller and the actual top of the gear kit. We've got a link in the description below for you guys. It'll show you guys how we fully install a gear kit into the valve, so that way you guys can kind of see some of our tips and tricks on how to get it in there efficiently, so you're not sitting here battling the entire time. If you don't install this washer correctly, the impeller won't sit correctly on the gear kit, which means your lid won't close, which means you guys got to start all over. So if you guys need help with that, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We got a video that'll help you guys get there. So all in, as this is just a basic rebuild kit, this comes with just your gear kit, your impeller, your cam, and your extra stuff. So make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We have all of this available for purchase directly on our website. Again, please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. We've got a ton of videos coming your way across all products that we carry. We really appreciate all the support. I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply. We'll see you next time.